Good morning, all of you. Now we are doing geography, chapter number 4, agriculture. Agriculture, that is the backbone of Indian economy. Now we will discuss about contribution of agriculture to our economy. India, which is an agriculturally important country, 2/3 of its population is engaged in agricultural activities. Its share in providing employment and livelihood to the population continues to be high. It is a primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume. Not only food grains, but it also provides raw materials for various industries. And we have discussed already that some industries which are called agro-based industries because they are taking raw material from agriculture, like sugar industries, textile industries, coffee. Moreover, some agriculture products like tea, coffee, spices are also exported, which provide or generate huge revenues. All other sectors of Indian economy heavily depend on agriculture for their growth. As we have discussed in economics also, interdependence of each sector. Primary activities is also based for other sectors. Now we'll discuss about types of farming. Types of farming, agriculture. Initially, agriculture was the sign of development. So that means it is an age-old economic activity in our country. And now over these years, different methods have introduced, changed significantly, depending upon the characteristics of physical environment, technological know-how, and socio-cultural practices. And farming also varies from substances to commercial. And now, at present, or we will discuss here different farming systems which are practiced in India. So now first we will just discuss about primitive subsistence farming. As it says by name, it is a primitive method. Subsistence means for self-consumption. And in this type of farming, farmers grow crops for self-consumption. This type of farming is still practiced in a few pockets of India. Some parts of the country, it is practiced on small patches of land. And now we are talking about tools. Farmers use primitive tools like hoe, hoe, and digging sticks. Now next factors of production is labor. Only family or community labor is used for farming. This type of farming depends upon natural conditions like monsoon, natural fertility of soil, and suitable condition for the crops. Because primitive method, it is also known as slash and burn agriculture. That means farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops for the sustenance of their family. When the soil fertility decreases, farmers shift from that land and again clear a fresh patch of land for the cultivation. This is the reason it is having the name slash, that means khali chhodna, and burn, since they are not having the modern techniques to clear the patch. तो क्या करते हैं? That burn that area and जो उसकी ash है, that is used. And this type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of soil through natural process. But land productivity in this type of agriculture is low, as the farmers do not use fertilizers or other modern inputs. But this farming is having different names in different parts of country, not only country, but in other parts of world also. Like jhuming in northeastern states, like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Nagaland. It is practiced in Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In this type of farming, mainly food grains crops are grown, like rice, maize, and millets. In India, this primitive form of cultivation is called Bevar or Dhaiya in MP, Podu or Panda in Andhra Pradesh, Pama Dabi or Common or Bringa in Odisha, Kumari in Western Ghats. Now in different countries, Milipa in Mexico and Central America, Conquio in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil, Almasol in Central Africa, Ladin in Indonesia, Ray in Vietnam. So this agriculture is having different names, but still it is only on small parts. Or we can say now it is vanished. Next is intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in areas of high density of population, where pressure of population is high on agricultural land. And that's why it is called labor intensive farming. Labor intensive means where population is high. It requires high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation for obtaining higher production. Farm size is small and uneconomical, and this is due to the right of inheritance. Now, what is right of inheritance? That means division of land among successive generations has rendered landholding size uneconomical. Like last year, we have studied poverty chapter. That Govind, which is having 2 hectares of land, and after his death, the land divided among 3 sons. So that means each one got the land less than 1 hectare, 0.75. So this is called right of inheritance, division of land among successive generations. And due to this, land size will be uneconomical. The farmers take maximum output from the limited land. And they do not have any alternative source of livelihood. So there is an enormous pressure on this land, agriculture land. Next is commercial farming. As it says by name, commercial, that means for selling in the market. And once it is used for selling in the market, this type of farming, farmer use higher doses of modern inputs, that is HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides. And obtain higher productivity from land due to high doses of inputs. But degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one region to another. Like if we are talking about rice, we can use any crop as a commercial as well as substances. Like rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, because these were the states where Green Revolution occurred. And in Green Revolution, focus on production of rice. So rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Odisha, it is a subsistence crop. And now after that, another type of commercial farming. So plantation farming is a type of commercial farming. And in this type of farming, a single crop is grown on a large area. That means the plantation has an interface of agriculture and industry. And this is called capital intensive, because when we are using the word agriculture and industry, that means plantation agriculture is on industrial lines. Because like industries, plantation agriculture also cover large tracts of land, capital intensive, migrant laborers, and all the produce is used as raw material in respective industries. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana are important plantation crops. Tea in Assam and North Bengal, coffee in Karnataka are some of the important plantation crops grown in these states. And this is purely for market production. So for that, it requires a well-developed network of transport and communication. And that is connecting the plantation areas, processing industries, and markets. So that all play an important role in the development of the plantation. And this is the reason it is called interface of agriculture and industries.